The Newcastle United midfielder Bruno Guimarieas is deciding to join Manchester City if he leaves. Both Manchester City and Arsenal have him as a target, but Manchester City are leading the race to sign him, and he's deciding to join Manchester City in these days. Newcastle United are demanding €100 million from Manchester City for the Brazilian midfielder. Manchester City are not willing to pay the price. Manchester City are willing to pay €80 million for the Brazilian midfielder Bruno Guimarães for making him as a best target for this summer. Manchester City are trying to sign him this summer. City will approach Newcastle United with the €80 million to sign the midfielder. Manchester City are reportedly willing to sell Joao Cancelo for around €25 to €30 million. Saudi Pro League clubs such as Al Ahly and Al Ittifaq are interested, but Juventus and Inter Milan, Barcelona are also in the running. The Portugal international Joao Cancelo has a personal agreement with Barcelona, but the club is facing financial problems. Joao Cancelo is willing to stay at Barcelona rather than to move to Saudi Pro Leagues or to return to Manchester City. Al Nassr are increasing their offer to Manchester City for Ederson to around €30 million to €40 million, with City demanding at least €50 million for the Brazilian goalkeeper Ederson. So Al Ahly and Al Nassr are increasing their offers to Manchester City goalkeeper Ederson. Manchester City is set to demand €50 million to sell Ederson Moraes to Al Nassr this summer. The talks of rumored transfer between Manchester City and Anthony Gordon have been dismissed as false by Newcastle United. The Crystal Palace star Eze has a €60 million release clause, which Manchester City are willing to trigger the deal. Manchester City are showing their interest on Newcastle United player Eze. City wants to bring Eze to Etihad Stadium this summer. Manchester City are showing their interest on signing Barcelona defender Ronald Araujo. FC Barcelona will demand more than €100 million or €85 million for Ronald Araujo. Manchester City are interested in him. Jamal Musiala's contract at Bayern Munich has expired, as the player wants to move to Premier League this summer, and he did not extend his contract with Bayern Munich. He is not willing to play next season with Bayern Munich, as the player wants to join the Premier League side. The German international is not seeing his future at Bayern Munich. He wants to join the Premier League side. So City are targeting Jamal Musiala, and City will approach Bayern Munich with €100 million to sign the young and talented German international, to bring him to England, to Premier League. So City will approach Bayern Munich as soon as possible with the €100 million for Jamal.